Hello everyone, my name is Noah and welcome to a new Infinity Nikki video. In today's video, we are going to take a break from the main storyline. Well, kinda. In the previous video, we made a really good dent into chapter 2 of the Wishfield storyline until we hit a wall. In order to continue with the story, we need to have gathered 28 Wim stars, and I am currently a dozen short. The only way to get all the extra Wim stars we need is to explore. So that is what I am going to do in this video. And while we are at it, we are going to fully explore this small area called the Memorial Mountains. We'll get all the Wim stars, all the Dews of Inspiration, all the treasure chests, and more. Speaking of Dews of Inspiration, there is an important quest located in the Memorial Mountains that will allow you to finally make use of those, which is also why I chose this area to focus on in this video. Finally, we'll explore the area just east of the Memorial Mountains and further into Florawish to get the additional Wim stars we need to finally resume the main storyline. And now, without further ado, let's jump right into it. If we take a look at the main story quest description, the condition to progress is the accumulation of 28 Wim stars. You cannot see it right now, but I am sitting at 16, so we have a bit of work ahead of us. As mentioned earlier, I am first going to explore the Memorial Mountains, and we are going to do it in full. It's a small area that's roughly bordered by that river in the east and that pass in the west, but in reality it extends a little bit beyond those on both sides. That's going to represent a good chunk of this video. Then we'll head east to explore the area between the Memorial Mountains and the Stylist Guild. And finally, I'll need one more Wim star, and for that we'll head back into town. I'll start my exploration from the Florawish Lane Warp Spire, so let's teleport there. And the sound we can hear is that of a curio, which is a type of puzzle mini-games associated with Wim stars. You can reset the challenge at any time in the curio domain. I have an entry about curios, I believe, in the tutorials. Yep. Activate the curio to be transported to the curio domain. Completing the challenge within will earn you a Wim star. Those early curios mostly test your understanding of basic functions in the game. They're not really puzzles per se, or very easy ones. Here it's all going to be about jumping and plunging. Remember, you can plunge in order to deal damage to enemies. And here we are.
Momo, be careful. Don't get blown away.
So we have just acquired one Wim star. And if we open the map and zoom in all the way, you can see the location of the Wimstar. I'm going to use markers to show the location of Dews of Inspiration and treasure chests, but Wimstars you don't have to because the markers are already there on the map automatically. Unfortunately, they again only show Wimstars you have already found, which unless you are in my situation and you are creating guides, in which case it is very useful. Thank you very much, Infold. I don't really see the point? Question mark? Anyway, I'm doing some light gathering, but the next interesting point is here atop this little cliff. You can find 2 dews of inspiration. And those I'm going to mark on the map using that little star symbol. Next up, we have a treasure chest across the road. This is a so-called primary chest and rewards you with 5 diamonds, 300 blinks, and 10 Mira experience points. And I'm going to use, there is no chest symbol, unfortunately, so I'm using the symbol for curios, I guess. So typically, Estlings in the wild indicate that there must be something worth defending in the area, and you might have just spotted a chest. But before going to look at that chest, I'm going to talk to this guy here. Kimia. And this is going to be the first of many mini-games in this game, Dodge and Dash, a challenging adventure where you navigate obstacles and thread through narrow gaps, traverse the wood with a breeze, releasing stress and reconnecting with nature on this exciting journey. Come relax your mind and experience pure joy with our variety of enjoyable minigames. Sounds fun. How do I start? After you choose the game you want to play, we'll use the ability outfits to set up the game venue for you. Once that is done, all you need to do is enjoy. So let's read about the rules. In Dodge and Dash, pass through the various glowing checkpoints in sequence. Touching the red line will result in failure. Complete the challenge by passing through all of the checkpoints and reaching the finish line before time runs out. Successfully finishing the minigame for the first time will grant diamonds. And quite a few diamonds too. Do you understand the rules now? Would you like to give it a try? Complete the game within 25 seconds to earn clear rewards and finish within 15 seconds to earn an extra perfect clear. When you clear a game or achieve a perfect clear for the first time, we will offer you diamonds. Please pay 100 blinks to play the game. Don't worry about the results, just give it your best shot. This one is really super easy to perfect clear even on your first try. Congratulations, you achieved both a clear and a perfect clear on your first try. These diamonds are your reward for achieving both a clear and perfect clear for the first time, And as you can see, you get 40 diamonds. You'll keep earning blinks with every clear or perfect clear. Would you like to challenge again? I'm just going to show you what happens, well, the rewards you get for clearing again. Congratulations on a perfect clear. What an astounding achievement. So every time you play, you have to pay 100 blinks, but you get 600 here in return. So that's a benefit of 500 blinks. If you are short on blinks, this is one of the ways you can use to farm from blinks fairly quickly. I don't think this is necessarily the most efficient, but hey, it works. So I am not going to play again, at least not for now. Instead, I'm going to get that chest we spied earlier after confronting the S-lings. It's another primary chest. If you look right under the minimap, we had a brief change of objective. It mentioned expeditions. This is a reference to a long-term minigame in Infinity Nikki. For more information, we're going to head to our Pear-Pal under Friends. And here, as you can see, we have the Luminalens Touring Photographers entry. This entry shows up the moment you have taken your 5th photograph in the game. And this unlocks automatically the Expeditions minigame. For more information, let's have a look at what Luminalens Touring Photographers have to say. Congrats, Little Photo Pro. You have unlocked the Wishfield chapter of the Expedition Handbook. Grab your bags and camera. It's adventure time in Miraland. Don't miss any of the landmarks spot in the handbook. Once you collect all the photos, a mysterious encounter awaits. And here we can open the Expedition Handbook. As you can see, we have 40 locations that we need to visit and take a photograph at. The first two are in the Memorial Mountains. Then the next 15 up to number 17 are in Florawish, and everything after that are in areas we have yet to start exploring. You have 3 clues to help you know exactly where you need to take your expedition photographs and what needs to appear in the frame for it to be valid. The first is what we saw earlier on the screen, the brief mention of expeditions when we arrived in that area. The second is the image that appears in the expedition handbook. The third is that golden frame that appears on your screen. It needs to be there for your photography to be valid and register in your expedition handbook. If that frame does not appear, that means you are not taking in the frame the item that needs to be there for it to register. So you have to reframe it until you can get that golden rectangle. As a reward, you get an upgrade pack. Well, 3 upgrade packs in total. That's going to be your reward for each photography you take for your expedition handbook. Now let's have a look at the menu at top, the photography space. Here you can access the handbook. That's the fourth icon. And the second icon is the upgrade. And this is where you're going to spend your upgrade packs. Here are the modification materials you currently own. Modifications unlock new effects for your photography. Once you have enough materials, you can modify the camera. So in total, here we can preview the upgrades. You have 12 sets of lighting that you can unlock. It's going to cost you quite a lot. As you can see, unlocking all 12 will cost you a total of 63 upgrade packs. It's going to be the same for filters. And for poses. Now, the Expedition Handbook is not the only source of upgrade packs. You have a number of quests, side quests, related to photography that will also grant you upgrade packs as rewards. Here, I have bought the first upgrade, which unlocked one pose, the Mio Mio Punch. Such a cute name. And it cost me 1 upgrade pack. Here you can see it in-game. And as you saw, the higher up you go, the more expensive each upgrade is. Personally, I prioritize poses, but it's really up to you. There's no right or wrong to it. Okay, time to resume exploring. And look out here, because there is one more enemy that was protecting 4 Dews of Inspiration. We can also already track our next swim star. This particular Whimstar is in the chest. When you open the chest, it will trigger the appearance of a number of S-links you need to defeat before you can obtain the Whimstar. There are 2 more items of interest in these ruins. Before we go get that other Whimstar, the first are those 2 Dews of Inspiration. And I remember the first time, it took me a while to spot them. The second is a chest, and it's an advanced chest which also contains a sketch for clothing. For the traveler's shoes, the sketch has many traces of corrections, and next to it there is a small line that says, "Even with the help of the warp spire, stylists still need these great shoes." In order to craft them, you'll need 5 bedrock crystal energy, which you can obtain from the realm of the dark, 6 grass bomb, 3 bud cones, and 64 threads of purity. You will also get the usual rewards associated with advanced chest, namely 30 diamonds, 1000 blings, 40 Mira experience points, and 20 threads of purity. And we are already at 6 out of 8 Whim Stars available in the Memorial Mountains. Now, you'll note that we only see 3 Whim Stars on the map in that area. That's because the first 3 Memorial Mountains Whim Stars were obtained through the introduction to the Wishfield storyline. Remember, we had this strange dreamlike area we had to navigate as an introduction after the Sea of Stars. That's where we encountered our first Whim Stars, and those Whim Stars are part of the Memorial Mountains total. So we started effectively from 3, not from 0. Because it's so if I look at the map, there is this kind of line of ruins here, which is where there are a number of items to find. Beyond those, further west, it's really breezy meadows, so I'm not going to explore that. And apart from the next Whim Star, there's not really much for me to say, so it's going to be pretty much without commentary. But again, every time I show you the exact location on the map for each item. So here, strangely enough, an animal seems to be a Whim Star, and you want to approach very carefully with your grooming ability out, because it's liable to run away if you approach it normally. And after grooming, it does transform into Whim Star.
Yup. Hey. Yeah. Help. Yeah.
And we are getting to the last few key items to be found in the Memorial Mountains outside of the Old Florawish Memorial, which we will explore next. Now you saw that structure. There are 4 dews of inspiration at the top, but we cannot access them directly. We have to cross across those pillars in order to access them. And now we can jump down, and you will have spotted another chest, which contains a sketch. Blossom's Wish, emblazoned with the emblem of the Stylist Guild. The text on the paper reads, "Keep up the good work. You may be the sovereign in the future." And to craft it, you'll need 2 sunny orchids, 3 pearl wings, and 12 threads of purity, as well as 1,000 blinks. If we follow this path, we will eventually reach the old Florawish memorials, as well as the Hello Cadenceborn quest, which is a quest I've been talking to you about repeatedly in relation to Dews of Inspiration. Before we head there, though, I'm going to go slightly off track first to get another 2 Dews of Inspiration, which we can spot from here. Beyond those dews, though, as you can see, there is an entrance to a cavern. It was not visible on the map, but by entering slightly in, I unlocked the map icon for the Riverside Cavern. It does start in the Memorial Mountains, but ends up in Florawish. And so everything that we gather there will be part of Florawish and will not count for the Memorial Mountains total. So I'm not going to go in right now, but we will return once we have done the old Florawish Memorial. Those Dews of Inspiration, though, totally on the Memorial Mountains total. All right. So let's meet a Cadenceborn. There is this man here who has a quest for us. I am going to ignore it for now, but we will return to him on our way back. Wow, what a fierce Or should I say giant? It won't let us pass. Let's try another way.
My life as Kilo the Cadenceborn is a failure. Maybe I should just fade away along with this park.
Mr. Kilo? Are you okay?
He's off in his own little world, Nikki. Try being louder. Maybe shouting at him would work.
Mr. Kilo!
Huh? Is someone there? Who is it? Or maybe my lack of inspiration is making me imagine things.
No, I'm real. Look down here.
Oh. Someone actually is talking to me.
Hi there. I'm Nikki. This is my friend, Momo.
Nikki and Momo. Sorry, but I don't really care about anything anymore. Without inspiration, the world is meaningless.
Lacking inspiration is every stylist's nightmare. I understand how you feel. We can work through this together.
That's right. Nikki always has ideas. Hurry, think of something!
You could start with some easy changes, like updating your clothes, or buy an accessory. Maybe try a new hairstyle. Mr. Kilo, what about dyeing your mane pink?
Thank you, but there's no point. The inspiration for my poems is extinguished. Do you know how bad that is for a Cadenceborn?
It would be like Momo never being able to eat barbecue again.
Stop! That's the scariest thing I've ever heard!
Exactly. Poetry is a Cadenceborn's calling. Lacking inspiration is the worst thing that could happen to one of us. No inspiration means no poems, and no poems means failure.
Don't be sad. Maybe we can help. What do you think?
Yeah, Nikki's a phenomenal stylist! Whether she's running errands or purifying S-lings, she can do it all!
What? You can purify dark essence? Perfect! You're my savior!
The dew of inspiration is the source of a Cadenceborn's poetry, but it's all tainted here. And that is why I can't write poems. Please bring me 3 purified dews of inspiration. I promise, I'll reward you for your efforts.
Sure. But, what do they look like?
They're purple and shiny.
I know. That shiny thing we saw right before we got here. That's a dew of inspiration.
You saw one? Wonderful. Nikki, Momo, I'm counting on you to bring meaning back into my life.
Now, obviously, we have already more than the 3 dews of inspiration that Kilo the Cadenceborn needs, but before giving them to him, I'm going to do a full exploration of the old Florawish memorials and get the remaining key items from Memorial Mountains. Now, we have 2 dues of inspiration ahead of us, but more importantly, this is a location for another expedition handbook photography. And here, what you need to keep in frame is a statue behind us. There are 2 more key items near Kilo's Cadenceborn, but I will return for them at the end. For now, let's keep up the exploring. And interestingly, here on the right, you may spot a chest, which I originally missed, so I had to come back for it later on. This is why I'm wearing different clothing here. And we have now obtained all Whim Stars and Dews of Inspiration to be found in Memorial Mountains. However, there are still a few more key items, so let's keep exploring. Starting with this chest, which contains a sketch. Fragrant Reverie. A yellowing sketch features a flower-shaped sticky note that reads, "Commemorating my first step as a stylist." And to craft it, you need 5 lamb chili, 2 daisies, and 25 threads of purity. And I'm going to craft it immediately and actually switch for the Fragrant Reverie dress. This is absolutely one of my favorite items to wear on exploration. It makes so much sense to me while still being very cute. And the open book over there contains lore. Let's have a look. Stylist Guild Memorial volunteers needed. We are delighted to announce that all S-lings have been cleared from the Stylist Guild Memorial. We can now thoroughly explore this historic site. The old Florawish Stylist Guild, now the Stylist Guild Memorial, was destroyed in a disaster and later overrun by S-lings. Much about how the people of Old Florawish practiced whim, its origins and its influence on modern stylists remains a mystery. The answers lie within the ruins of the Stylist Guild Memorial. Whether you are a stylist, an archaeologist, or simply curious, join us in unearthing the glorious past of styling in Florawish. Work hours, daytime. Work responsibilities. Clean the site and assist with mapping and future mural restoration plans. Restore and catalog unearthed relics, sketches, and other artifacts. Organize and archive ancient tomes for future research on Florawish's styling history. Complete work logs to document daily archaeological findings and activities. And this is the first lore entry that we have read. You can find all lore entries in your compendium. It's not just for clothing. So not much to see here, but you can go back to all your lore entries that you have interacted with at least once. Hello, I'm Lynn, a volunteer at the Florawish Stylist Guild. I'm here to assist with the Guild's historical research. I know you. You are that amazing new stylist. Thanks to you clearing out the S-lings, we are now able to conduct on-site archaeology at the original site. Everyone can now visit the original site and experience the history of Old Florawish firsthand. However, for safety reasons, we are only open during the day, so please avoid coming at night when it is closed. There's another lore entry here. Stylist Guild Assistant's follow-up records. Add recipient, Jacques. Jacques, a 35-year-old novice stylist, faced immense challenges due to his severe allergies to wolfruit when he started out. After receiving his request for help, the Florawish branch of the Stylist Guild referred to WIM Department's reports on new species application in crafting after the Veil Fall and provided Jacques with a guide on alternatives to wolfruit. Jacques chose a blend of grass palm and fluff yarn. Just before his 35th birthday, he wore a shirt he had designed and made himself, marking his debut as a stylist. Follow-up. Recently, Jacques discovered an insect under the wolfruit tree that resembles striped socks. Previously unknown, it is suspected of being a new species that appeared after the Veil Fall. Jacques named it Soko. Fortunately, Jacques has no allergic reaction to the bug and has integrated it into his newly designed pants. Add recipient, Margaret, and her neighbor. Margaret, a 17-year-old stylist who runs a candy shop, reported significant financial losses due to her neighbor, a jewelry designer who designed a heating ability outfit that accidentally melted all her candies. In response, the guild provided styling guidance, helping the neighbor improve their outfit to control the heat so that it only occurred at the fingertips. Volunteers also assisted Margaret in molding the melted candy into lifelike animals, leading to a sales boom. Guild follow-up. The guild has observed Margaret and her neighbor frequently engaging in friendly styling duels, melting and remolding candy, which has fostered their mutual growth. The guild decided to report this story to the coordination division as a good example of positive competition among stylists. Now, just to be clear, the old stylist guild is essentially a repository for lore. There is just one chest. Apart from that, it's all lore adjacent in here. So if you're not too interested, totally fair, you can jump to the next chapter. If you are interested, stick along. There's another piece of lore here, but it's all broken sentences, so I'm not going to read this out as this would be not enjoyable for you or for me. But feel free to pause the video to read it out if you wish, or read it inside the game. So it is in this courtyard that we are going to find the chest I was talking to you about, and also it's a good place to farm some sunny orchids. And you'll find vestige of the original introduction here. Notably, there is this opening in the ground that seems to lead to nowhere. There used to be an important key item here when we had a previous introduction to the game. Annual Report of the Florawish Stylist Guild. Dear Stylists of Florawish, as the year 127 AW draws to a close, we are honored to present this annual summary. It highlights the many brilliant women in Florawish over the past year and looks forward to exciting new styling developments in the year ahead. Firstly, we would like to extend our gratitude to every stylist for your incredible creations. We are delighted to see that the stylings, inspired by the blessings of the Wishing One, continue to flourish. The heartfelt wishes woven into hems, colors, and ribbons are truly moving, with paper cranes emerging as a standard styling element of the year. Despite frequent natural disasters, our stylists have persevered, using their craft to sing the song of life and infuse daily hardships with vibrant energy. However, we urge all stylists to plant wolfwood trees responsibly to prevent unnecessary neighborhood conflicts. If you require wolfwood for your creations, you can apply for minimum crafting material support from the Stylist Guild. Secondly, we are proud to announce that 3 residents of Florawish have acquired WIM and become stylists this year. Although this is not an astounding number, considering our local population and the various challenges following the Baleful disaster, this is quite a success. One of the new stylists has shown exceptional potential, particularly in the use of paper crane elements. We believe these stylists will become shining figures in the history of Florawish styling. Lastly, we extend special thanks to the anonymous Aisling researcher who provided invaluable support to us this year. Your contribution to studying womancy and addressing sad sacks has been invaluable. The Guild has reported your findings and shared them with the Dark Elimination Division of the Stylist Guild to assist more stylists affected by Aislings. In the coming year, the Stylist Guild will focus on promoting the beauty of styling with Marcus Boutique as a pilot base. We are applying for blings and clothing support from the Development Division. Considering our low-cost operations of below 5,000 blings over the past 5 years, we believe this funding request has a high success rate. With this hope in mind, we look forward to the coming year and wish all stylists an abundance of women and plenty of inspiration for your creations. So Marcus Boutique is pretty old because this dates back to 127 AW and we are past the year 1000 AW at the time of the game. So this is another piece of lore I'm not going to read out, but again, feel free to freeze the screen if you want to read it comfortably. And beyond that, there is not much else to see. Unless, again, you're familiar with the original introduction to the game, because this is really where it all started back in the day. And this really concludes the exploration of the Stylist Guild Memorial. So now let's return to Kilo the Cadenceborn. Just remember, I told you we had a couple more items here to grab. One of them is this music sheet, a poem far away, which is going to make complete sense in a second. And now let's follow the bling up these ruins. And they are eventually going to lead us to this chest, which contains a sketch. Swift Leap, a bright marker outlines the sketch along with a message, "Keep it up. To make your legs strong, you need to first get a pair of flexible pants that can handle your workout." And to craft them, you'll need 3 cis pollens, 3 button cones, and 40 threads of purity. Note that you will need the Swift Leap's short pants for a side quest later on. Alright. Kilo the Cadenceborn is looking all forlorn. Let's help him out. Mr. Kilo, here are the dues of inspiration you requested. Ah, yes, hand them over, please. A new poem awaits. Press X to offer dues of inspiration to the Cadenceborn. And this first offering is of 3 dues of inspiration. What a beautiful poem! Yes, it makes me want to sing. Another time, perhaps, not now. I accept your compliment, and to thank you for helping me collect dues of inspiration, I'll give this to you. Press square to view the rewards offered by the Cadenceborn. Press X to claim the rewards. So let's have a look.
Oh wow, I wasn't expecting such a precious gift. Thank you.
Any reward I can give pales next to your help. So, would you like to hear all 1001 of my poems?
1,001 poems? That would take days to get through.
As tempting as that sounds, we're on an urgent mission.
Huh? What could be more important than hearing the poems of a Cadenceborn?
Finding miracle outfits.
Wow, you're very ambitious.
Do you know something about miracle outfits, Mr. Kilo?
Of course. Have you seen the Wishfield Compendium? The Stylist Guild and I made it together. It's filled with my extensive knowledge about outfits. But I only know of a few legends about the miracle outfits from the Age of Divinity. I've never seen them myself. If you're determined to find them, you'll not only have to search Wishfield, but all of Miraland.
No problem. I'm ready.
You've got conviction. I believe in you. Also, any dues of inspiration you see during your journey, please bring them to me. In exchange, I'll give you gifts. I've got quite a collection here.
I hope you have plenty of gifts, Mr. Kilo.
Of course. Never underestimate a Cadenceborn's treasure trove.
And among the rewards was this sketch, Weaving Spring. An old school weaving sketch has been drawn out. The note reads, "If our outfit makes the cut, it would be an honor for our whole family." And this sketch is part of a whole outfit. In order to craft the earrings, you'll need 2 button cones, 2 daisies, and 37 threads of purity. We are also going to receive one of rewards from the quest. Here we are. And now we are going to talk to Kilo the Cadenceborn again to look into this exchange process in more detail. What I want to show you is the structure of the reward. So I'm going to open the offering menu. On the left, I can open the details and then all rewards. And this is how it works. For each donation, you receive 4 rewards. 2 of them are usually going to be experience points and blinks. Then in the second column, you're going to have a rotation between different rewards, among which threads of purity, diamonds, and even resonite crystals. And in the first column, typically you're going to have sketches. You're going to receive a sketch until you complete an outfit. Then in the second column, as you can see, we get a sketch for a cloth for Momo. And once you have completed an outfit, you start with a new one. There are 3 outfits in total, as you can see here. And personally, I think they are some of the loveliest outfits in the game, so I highly encourage you to go through them all. Once you have completed the third outfit, you'll get shiny bubbles instead of sketches, and at the very last level, you'll get a title. Now, the first donation was 3 Dues of Inspiration. From level 2, it's going to be 30 Dues of Inspiration for a little while, and then it's going to increase by tens. So here I'm handing over 30 Dues of Inspiration. And here I'm going to claim the rewards of 30 diamonds, the Paper Crane's Flight Sketch, Mira experience points, and 10,000 blings. Paper Crane's Flight, an unusually large sketch filled with signatures on the back. At the center, a bold line says, "We dedicate this to our best mayor." And this refers to part of the lore of Florawish that we will encounter again down the line, and this dress is going to play a role. In order to craft it, you need 2 foodie bees, 2 fluff yarns, and 120 threads of purity. We don't have enough Dues of Inspiration left for another exchange, which is quite alright, there is no hurry. But remember, now we had one more quest waiting for us just outside the old Florawish Memorial. Observation, Ancient Statue. Prepare for trivia questions from Professor Aventura at the old Florawish Memorial. I did not expect to see anyone here. Hello, my young friend. I am Aventura, a professor from Sitia Art Academy. Wait, I keep forgetting that I'm already retired. I used to spend all my time studying at the academy. Now I finally have time to pursue other interests. My goal is to visit every renowned historical site in Miraland, seeking knowledge that has not already been recorded. What a coincidence! I'm also traveling across Miraland, and I'm in search of miracle outfits. That's very admirable. You have great ambition, and I admire young people like you. However, make sure you've read enough books before embarking on such a journey. Both theory and practice are essential for truly understanding the world. If you are planning to journey across Miraland, you need the right information. It's lucky we met. How about I help you cover the basics by asking a few questions? Don't worry, it's a simple question regarding the old Florawish Memorial. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. Ask away, Mr. Aventura. Very well. Let's begin, shall we? My question is, what part of the central statue in Old Florawish Memorial is damaged? So remember we took a picture of that statue and it was pretty memorable. So let's have a look at our options here. The legs, the head, the right arm. Do you remember? It was the head. Correct. You're very observant for someone so young. Do you know the history of this place? I'm not entirely familiar. Could you tell me a bit about it? Records indicate this park was established over 5,000 years ago but was destroyed during Veilfall. To honor its history, it was renamed Old Florawish Memorial. The statue was destroyed and has since been forgotten. Perhaps, after traveling across Mirrorland, we'll be able to restore glory to these relics. I'm always delighted to meet like-minded young people. Please accept these as a reward. Wonderful academic exchanges like these are always so brief. Alas, I must be going. Farewell, my young friend. He still gave us diamonds, which is pretty good. And also note, this is a first of a long series of quests because we are going to meet him all over Wishfield. All right, so Memorial Mountains are done, but we still have a few Whim stars we need to gather. So remember, we uncovered that cavern here, the Riverside Cavern. Let's have a look inside.
How many blings you collect, it never feels like enough.
Oh, I know! When I'm eating barbecue, it never feels like enough either.
Momo, be careful. Don't get blown away.
It's just a light breeze. I'm not worried at all.
Okay, so we can see the Whim Star here, but clearly we cannot jump towards it, so we're going to have to take the long way around. As often in these cases, just follow the blink. It's a good strategy. Here we are going to arrive at the location of an expedition handbook photography. So let's quickly take the shot, and you need to have the waterfall in the frame. And from here we have another chest, 2 more dews of inspiration, and a few goodies to pick up. These dews of inspiration are very easy to miss, as well as a chest because it's hidden by the waterfall. And here I'm going to take the time to fish because, as it is a cavern, I'm still hoping to get the second of those 2 extra special fishes that are only available in those areas. And here we are.
The Fishing Master. Fishing Master Nikki. So
A
when can I read your
lumpfish.
expert's guide to fishing?
All right. We've cleared the area. Now time to head back outside. And we'll arrive on the other side of the river in Florawish. So since we need yet a few more Wim stars, we are going to look into this area here immediately to the east, which thankfully for us has plenty of those. There are 4 just in that small pocket area between the river and the Stylist Guild. Yeah, let's put the tracker back on. That way we see what we are doing. And here we have a new curio domain, which is extremely easy. It's all about the timing of your jumps. But fortunately, the platforms are moving extremely slowly, so you should get it right the first time around. And even if you were to fall, the penalty is so low, it's not really an issue. Alright, and now that I have a few more Whim stars, I can unlock new nodes in the heart of Infinity. Remember, we are on a mission to unlock the level 3 of each gathering ability in order to earn essences in addition to the items we collect when they are rarity of brown background or above. On the way, we unlock a sketch, sunshade, wings. The decorative stitching on the hat is carefully marked with neat writing beside it that reads, "Maybe add a cute sky monarch here?" In order to craft this hat, we will need 5 fluorescent wool and 50 threads of purity as well as 4,000 blings. The sky monarch is an animal we're going to encounter later on in our exploration. And now here it is. We have more than 1,000 animal grooming inside, which means we can now unlock this node as well. It costs 10,000 blings and 2 Whim stars. Provide essence when grooming high-quality animals found in the Memorial Mountains and Florawish. And I'll do the remaining 2 a bit later. They wanted to unlock grooming because there are fluff bunnies right here. And our next Whim star is waiting for us in the form of a fish. And here we are. We have all 4 Whim stars I was aiming for in this area. So next up, we can head for the Stylist Guild because there is another one waiting for us over there outside of the building. Or more exactly, on the roof. Now, in the background, there is this guy called Bono who has a very short side quest for us called Return My Pear-Pal. My Pear-Pal was stolen. Bono, near the Stylist Guild, needs help. Help this new stylist get his Pear-Pal back. Once I grasp the true essence of cool, I'll become the new sovereign of cool. Bad fairy sprite, just you wait till I get up there, I'll for sure... Hi, how can I help you? We were just passing by and wondering if you were in some sort of trouble. Yeah, and out of nowhere trouble at that. It snatched my Pear-Pal out of the blue and it's taunting me from the balcony over there. Unbelievable. If only I could jump higher with an ability outfit. I can do this. Stay here. I'll bring your Pear-Pal back. Are you actually a great stylist? Then I'll leave it to you. Silly fairy sprite. Wow, you can jump really high. I'm out of here. What a bummer. Pear-Pal. The Stylist Guild provides all registered stylists with this wonderful tool, hoping its cute and friendly appearance will make the styling adventure fun and stress-free. I'm back. Here, is this your Pear-Pal? Yes, that's my Pear-Pal. Thank heavens it's not damaged. Thank you, Miss Stylist. Your benevolent spirit elevates your already stunning outfit. I owe you this for your assistance. Please take it. You're welcome. Stylists should help each other. But why did that fairy sprite take your Pear-Pal? I'm wondering that too. The books would tell you that fairy sprites are kind and gentle, good friends of the wishing one. Never thought I'd meet a mean one that picks on new stylists. I've made up my mind. Starting today, I will train harder. I shall not be bullied like this again. Good on him. And there's another very brief quest that is waiting for us. From the roof of the Stylist Guild. But for now, let's grab that Whimstar. Captain, the transport mission. There's a nestling. Run, Captain. I'm afraid I might let you down. This fairy sprite seems to be having a terrifying nightmare. Nikki, since he's dreaming about a nestling, let us use a purification ability to wake him up with a bit of flair. And the quest is called Whispers on the Terrace. On the terrace of the Stylist Guild, a fairy sprite seems to have fallen into a nightmare. Perhaps the ability of purification will help. Ah! What a cool breeze! The Aslings are gone, thank goodness. Captain, I've protected our... Eh? Where am I? It's... Oh no! Time to work! How did I sleep through the night? It's over. The captain will reprimand me again. Thanks for waking me up, kind travelers. He has some goodies for you. Aww. Wow, he left in a hurry after leaving something. Hope his captain is not too harsh on him. Hope so too. While we're here, there is a chest waiting for us on the middle balcony, and it contains a sketch. Spring Tipao. A sketch bearing the seal of the Linlang Empire. There's a mysterious number, 3. It can be crafted with 2 shortcut fluffs, 2 fluorescent wool, and 40 threads of purity. So another easy craft. Moving on to the terrace. On the left, we have 3 dews of inspiration. Alright, and we just need one more Whimstar. And for that, we are going to head towards the Rayan Wing restaurant, which is near to the Daisy Inn we visited through the main story. And on the way, I'm gathering a number of blinks. I'm going to ignore the chest for now, but we will return to it in our exploration videos for Florawish later on. And remember to approach this one carefully. And here we are. We have collected all 28 Whim Stars, which means that we can now resume the main storyline. And we'll do that in the next video. For now, let's have a look at what we have accomplished today, which is quite a bit. Also remember, hopefully this visual might help you, but in addition to that, the official website has a beta map where you can locate pretty much everything that exists in Infinity Nikki in the outside world. So that might be an excellent tool for you as well, and I'll put a link to the official map in the description of this video. And here is our next destination, but that will be in the next video, where we will continue and complete Chapter 2 of the Wishfield storyline. Now, that next video is going to be pretty short because it's really only one big dungeon and a lot of story. So this is going to be up most likely sometime next week. After that, we are going to branch out a little bit. I am going to get started on the It's Island storyline, where I will do at least the prologue, which might also go up next week if we are lucky, and then Chapter 1, and at the same time, I'll be working on guides for the entire region of Florawish. After that, we will then continue with Chapter 3 of the Wishfield storyline, but that's going to take us in a completely new area that we have yet to discover. So that's going to be an adventure in itself. I hope you're looking forward to it as much as I do. In the meantime, I wish you all a great day, a wonderful week ahead, and until next time, bye-bye.